Every year, approximately 120 to 150 political leaders, corporate executives, military officials, academics, and media figures meet privately for 3 days. No live stream, no press access inside sessions, no public transcripts. The event is called the Bilderberg Meeting. Supporters describe it as a confidential forum for strategic dialogue. Critics describe it as opaque and structurally unaccountable. So what is the Bilderberg Meeting? And does secrecy necessarily imply hidden authority? This is a structured analysis of documented fact versus public speculation. The Bilderberg Meeting began in 1954. The first conference was held at the Hotel de Bilderberg in Oosterbeek, Netherlands, which gave the group its name. It was initiated by Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands, Joseph Rettinger, Paul van Zeeland, and Dennis Healy. The stated purpose was to strengthen transatlantic cooperation between Western Europe and North America during the Cold War, particularly amid rising anti-American sentiment in parts of Europe. The meeting has been held almost annually since, with pauses in 2020 and 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It is not a membership organization. There is no public charter. There is no formal voting structure. It operates through invitations coordinated by a steering committee. Attendance lists are published shortly after each meeting on the official website. Participants typically include heads of government or senior ministers, central bank officials, individuals affiliated with NATO or defense institutions, chief executives of multinational corporations, technology sector leaders, academic experts, and selected journalists. Past attendees have included Bill Clinton before his presidency, Angela Merkel, and Henry Kissinger. Important clarification: participants attend in a personal capacity, not as formal state negotiators authorized to sign agreements. Attendance does not imply coordinated decision-making. The conference follows the Chatham House Rule. Participants may use information received but may not reveal who made specific statements. No official resolutions are issued. No joint policy declarations are released. No formal votes are recorded. Organizers describe the format as a private policy seminar designed to encourage candid exchange. Recent discussion topics published after meetings have included geopolitical stability, global economic outlook, energy markets, artificial intelligence, defense coordination, and climate policy. Structurally, it resembles a strategic forum rather than an executive body. The controversy centers on a structural question. When highly influential individuals meet privately, how should accountability function? Critics argue that elite access is inherently unequal, that informal coordination may occur beyond public scrutiny, and that transparency should scale with influence. Supporters argue that confidential dialogue encourages intellectual honesty, that private diplomacy is historically common, and that strategic conversations do not equal binding decisions. The tension is not unique to this meeting. It reflects a broader debate about power, influence, and transparency in modern governance. Because the meetings are private and participants influential, the Bilderberg Meeting has become central to various conspiracy narratives. Common claims suggest it controls global monetary systems, selects future political leaders, directs coordinated crises, or functions as a centralized shadow authority. However, there is no verified documentary evidence demonstrating that the meeting issues binding global directives. There is no public record of institutional command authority. There is no documented mechanism showing it overrides national legislative processes. This does not eliminate the possibility of informal influence, but influence differs from centralized governance. Speculation expands most easily where documentation is limited. It is reasonable to assume that when influential individuals interact privately, ideas circulate. Professional networks shape perspectives. Shared frameworks influence future cooperation. But in democratic systems, formal policy requires legislative approval, bureaucratic implementation, judicial review, and electoral accountability. There is no verified evidence that the Bilderberg meeting replaces or overrides these processes. The distinction matters. Informal influence is plausible. Centralized secret governance remains unproven. 3 structural factors sustain interest: high-profile attendees, closed-door discussions, limited public transparency. In periods of declining institutional trust, opacity magnifies suspicion. Secrecy creates interpretive space. Interpretive space invites narrative expansion, and narratives can outgrow available evidence. The meeting's privacy ensures continued scrutiny. The Bilderberg meeting is a real, recurring private conference. Its participants are influential. Its discussions are confidential. Its agenda topics are publicly summarized, but deliberations are not disclosed. What has not been demonstrated through verified evidence is the existence of a centralized global command structure operating through it. Clear analysis requires distinguishing between documented fact, plausible informal influence, and unsupported speculation. Private elite forums exist across industries and governments. What makes this one controversial is the concentration of power combined with sustained confidentiality. Critical evaluation requires skepticism, but also methodological discipline.